My name is Aditya Narayan Singh and today I am here with my team Sunny, Rinzen, Hema and Shavni, and today we will walk you through what is the real meaning of leadership. Well, it's really easy to understand what leadership is. It's all about influencing in a right direction. Leadership is all about guiding people, building trust and working towards a common goal and achieving it. Let's think about the sports coach. They use tactics, which is science, and they use passion, which is art, to motivate and to get the best result out of them.
Leadership only exists if people follow when they would have the freedom to not follow. Otherwise, it's just power, and power is not leadership.
Now we know the difference between a power and a leadership. They all are different. Let's talk about some myths of leadership. You know, leadership is often misunderstood. Some people think it's just common sense, but it's not. If that were true, workplace would not facing so many issues. And few people say that leaders are born, not made. But in reality, leadership can be learned. By education, by experience, and by adapting the situation, they all shapes a leader. Even Steve Jobs, we all know, wasn't natural from day one. He grew through the failures and the learnings he has done in his life. Leadership is all about interaction. Yeah, here we go. Leadership is all about interaction. It's not just the leader, but also the followers and the situation. Personality, trust, and stress and environment plays a big role in a leadership. For example, for women, challenges remains always the same. The glass climbing limits advancement and the glass cliff puts women on risk roles when the performance is already declining. We have read a powerful example in our chapter related to Major General Laura Yang. She became the first woman to lead US Army Infantry Division. She faced doubts, but she proved that the true leadership comes from resilience, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. Now, if I share my experience, well, I am from India, and I've also learned during my job back in India, there were days when work pressure was really high, and my team was struggling to meet deadlines. As the one leading, I had to step in and delegate tasks clearly, and I had to motivate them and keep them calm. By supporting them and adjusting roles, we only finish the work on the time, but also we just didn't finish the work, but we made a really good trust and relationship after that. That experience taught me that leadership is not about controlling people, it's about guiding and empowering them. So, in the end, leadership keeps evolving. The best leaders we use strategy, empathy, and adaptability to guide their team forward. Now, I would like to call Sunny to come here and take it from here.
So hello everyone, my name is Sunny Bankur and I am here to represent you my topic leadership, understanding of leadership. So let me tell you one interesting thing about leadership. Leadership have a different styles. Leadership has wear different hats. So leaders are visionary, they give you directions. Leadership are motivators who give you energize their team as well. Leadership are the good communicators because they communicate very clearly. Even they help us to grow others as well. They are mentors as well. So let me show you some another slide. So see, we have a different type of leadership styles. So, but let me tell you, but no single style works everywhere. So if you have like urgent movements, autocratic style. If you need urgent results, you have to go for the autocratic styles. Like for teamwork, you can go for the democratic styles, and this is more effective as well. The most effective leaders often practice resonant leaderships, which build trust and connect with people emotionally, and make sure like they value people as well, and they build trust. They build trust as well. When leader embrace diversity and bring different ideas and perspective into the image, this will help you to make a strong and creative team as well. So I'll share you my personal example. So I see while doing a retail job, I see like one of my supervisor is very used to have a very strict control on their employees, and this will lead to a very stressful situation, and people quit their jobs as well. So I believe on the other hand, we have a supervisor who asks for their employees input, and that will help and motivate their morals, and this will boost the confidence in the people, like we are putting something in inputs in the team as well. So this will improve the customer feedback as well. So I believe like I realized that having a good leadership style, having how leadership style improve your performance and your behavior, and you motivated towards a goal, a good goal. So let me show you another slide about the coaching and mentoring. Let me tell you about something coaching. Like coaching is about the tools, skills and opportunities to grow. Here are two types of things, like informal things. Informal coachings are like you have like daily advice, you get feedbacks properly, and formal things are like when you are structured in a program. Okay, so I believe a lot of people get learn from this coaching, and this gonna help them to grow more in future. And let me talk about the mentoring as well. Mentoring is like a senior leader gives instructions or give guidance to their prodigy. Like they help in focus on their career advice, role model, and build a long-term relationship altogether. So I believe, like on my own experience, I used to cater a team, junior team in my junior colleague teams in college, and I help them in different classroom strategies. But on the other side, I have a mentor as well who helped me to work on my confidence as well, because I have to work on my confidence to improve the diversity of students which right now I'm facing. I'm dealing with them. So this will help me as well. So I realized that the coaching and mentoring go hand on hand, and this will improve and make you a potential leader for tomorrow. So let me take you to my last slide, the case study conclusion. So in the case study, I realized the city process flow the inefficiency happened because the staff is using old methods, even with the new technology as well. So they failed to adopt. The leader failed to adopt the new technology and created a bottleneck. So I believe. Let me share my personal experience. I hope you can learn something out of it. In my personal experience, at my work, like we have a new software for updating the schedule, but our manager is used to use a manual logbook, and this is, I feel it's a waste of time as well as a duplication of work. The potential leader will choose to give training for the new software thing, and help the employees to engage in this activity. And in the end, I have to tell you that I summarize my topic here, and I'll tell you that leadership is based on trust. You build communication, beautiful communication, and trust. And today leadership requires flexibility as well as adaptability, and these things help to grow a potential leader. Thank you, everyone. Now I'm calling Rizan to show their slides.
Okay, hi, my name is Ugen, and in this chapter we will learn about what it takes to be a leader. Let's begin with the transition to be a leadership. The first 90 days plays a crucial for establishing credibility and setting the tone for leadership. In day one, you can align the key objectives and the expectation of the crew member, and in the first 2 weeks, you can take time to build relationship with the crew members, knowing more about them and knowing what they are expecting of you. And after the 2 months, you can finalize the strategy according to their expectation. And in the third month, you can go full swing on the leadership, creating objectives, setting goals, and all. Now I'll talk about learning from experience and technical competence. So out here I've brought a fine example, the king of Bhutan, Jimmy Gesar Namgyalngchu. he proved his leadership during the COVID times. So like leadership skills grow through reflection, feedback, and journaling. So out here he like went from village to every corner of Bhutan just to know what people, just to get the people's feedback and to reflect what his people need. And also like the leader have to go 10% stretch. So during COVID time, like it is a monarch, a democracy country. So like it was not his responsible to manage a pandemic situation, but he went miles ahead just to make sure that his people are good enough. And technical competence, though he is a king, he also studied. He also did his master from Thailand. So and building relationship and development planning. So a good relationship with superior influences alignment and reduces conflict. It's important to know the shared goal and collaborate effectively to work through a common goal. So for this, there are lots of analysis too. I reflected GAP, where G stands for what do I want, what is my goal. A stands for what skill I possess, the abilities you have, and P stands for the perception of others, how others see you as a leader, and S stands for a standard. So case study and conclusion. So Satya Nadella at Microsoft, he joined the Microsoft in 2014. Before he joined the company, there was a serious challenges. There was a stagnant competition, and there was also like internal cultural issue. So his leadership focused on empathy, growth, mindset, and culture, where he believed that the culture of know-it-all have to change to learn it all, and he was successful enough. His first 90 days focused on listening tours, open communication, and technical reinvention. He emphasized empathy, growth, and mindset. So next chapter will be presented by Shravani.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shravani. Today I am talking about power and influence, chapter 4. How people get things done, work, and I will keep it very practical, what the power is and where it comes from, and how leaders use it well or badly. I'll just cover the basic things. And first the thing is power. So power is basically ability to make things happen or influence or the influence. Influence is when the power actually changes how people think or act. And it's not just leaders, where power followers can influence leaders too. Followers can influence leaders too. For example, when I came to Canada, I was working as a waitress. Owner had a power over employees, but he didn't use it in a very fair way. He instead only listened to manager who is very manipulative. This shows power dynamics play out in the real life. Yeah. Here is the sources of leader power. Here the figure shows leader, followers, and power the relationship. There are 5 main sources like expertise, authority, reverse, and coercive power. How they overlap depending on the followers and situation. Here the expert power comes from the knowledge, and also the referent power comes from the respect and good relationships, and legitimate power comes from the role or authority, and finally the reward power comes from the recognition and also from the promotions. Here in my example, my owner mostly used coercive power. One day he called me on call basis when there is no shift, and at that time he was threatened me if I don't come. He threatened me for my job. So in the rush, I met with an accident which results in 2 surgeries. So that was a coercive power in action using threats instead of the respect. And here the leader motives, influence and tactics. Leaders also differs in motives. Some are self-serving, using what's called personalized power. Others were socialized, and also power which benefits everyone. They also influence tactics like persuasion, emotional appeals, or involving others' decisions. In my story, Warner didn't use positive tactics, but he didn't consult us directly or try to inspire or ask us the needs. Instead, he pressures us like employees only. He pressures employees only trusted a manipulative manager. So. And finally, here is a case study. In this business world, leaders like Ho Ching, CEO of Temasek Holdings, show opposite approach. She used expertise, credibility, and transparency to influence people positively. Comparing to my own experience as a waitress, I learned that leaders who rely on threats may get short-term results and loss of trust, and in the loss of trust and loyalty in the long run. Finally, what I would say is use power wisely, earn influence daily, and the result will automatically follow. Thank you. Now, Hema will take over.
Hello everyone, today I am going to present chapter 5. So, in the 5th chapter, we learn that leadership starts with character. A strong leader sets the moral tone by acting with integrity and building trust. To be trustworthy, a leader must have 4 things: vision, empathy, consistency, and honesty. We also learn McGregor theory, action theory 1. Theory X suggests that people are lazy and need a strict control, while theory Y suggests that people are disciplined and can do things if given trust. So these assumptions have a big impact on how leaders manage their teams. Leaders also face dilemmas where they must balance competing values and priorities. The best leader is the one who recognizes these dilemmas and take decisions with integrity, not just for convenience. Leadership also means making ethical choices. We studied 3 main approaches: end-based, which focus at results, then rule-based, which focuses on principles, and care-based, which emphasizes empathy and relationship. Ovlius' model says leaders must live with integrity themselves and also set the right examples for others. Next is the case study related to our chapter. We saw this in the Cliff Bar case. The company proved you can be successful while earning or while caring for employees, the environment, and the community. From my own experience in customer service, I have seen that leaders who are fair and supportive inspires more trust than those who only chase targets. So the main lesson is true leadership combines trust, ethics, and values, and that's what creates lasting success. Thank you. Now I would like to call Aditya to conclude the final presentation.
Now, in conclusion, our team sees leadership in many ways. Now, I would like to call my team Sunny, Ridzan, Shravani, and Hema. To conclude the presentation, I personally believe it's both science and art, built on influence and emotional intelligence, and as Sunny sees it growing through action, reflection, and learning. Now, Ridzan stress capability and strong relationship like Satya Nadella showed in Microsoft. Now, Shravani, that we have learned from Shravani's presentation, Shravani highlights balancing power with trust as seen into the Chirak's leadership in Tosan. Now, last but not least, Hema believes ethical leadership guided by fairness and values ensure long-term success. Now, together we agree leadership keeps evolving and the best leaders grow along their teams. Thank you. That was from our side.